Okay. So now we are going to look at the chapter 2. So chapter 2 is regarding okay, the project methodologies and the process. So in this chapter, okay, the first learning objective, we define what is methodology. Okay, so you relate balik with your FYP. So you are doing your chapter 3 right now, right? The methodology. Okay, and then the next one, we describe the project life cycle. And after that, describe the MBOK ni, project management body of knowledge, and familiar with the knowledge area and the process group. Okay, lepas tu ada PRINCE. Okay, what is PRINCE? Okay, and then we look at the SDLC. Next, we look at the waterfall method for developing the project. Okay, the system. And the agile approach. And the last one, describe and apply the concept of learning cycle and the lesson learned. Okay, so what is project methodology? Strategy level plan to manage and control the project. Okay, senang kita nak kata the step, we plan the step, we plan the process macam mana. Okay, game plan for implementing project and product life cycle. Recommend phases, process, tools and technique to support IT project. Okay, it must be flexible. Okay, because of memang we plan step 1, 2, 3, 4, and it must be flexible because itu kita punya plan, but during the development maybe ada some changes that need to be done. So sebab itulah it should be flexible. And include the best practices, learn from experience over time. Okay, so kalau kita dah ada experience ataupun our team members have the experience, or we look at other project or other people's experience, then kita implement the best practice kat dalam project kita. It can be traditional, waterfall, plan driven. Maksudnya kalau waterfall tu memang ada satu, the first phase, second, third, so on and so forth. For agile, extreme programming or scrum. Okay, agile ni konsep dia tak perlu nak ikut fasa satu-satu. Dia adalah dia punya method dia sendiri. Okay, so we look at in term of what are the inputs, okay, and then tools and technique that can be used can help us to get the output so that produce output from the process. So dalam proses ni, we have tools and technique that can be used. Okay, the PLC, project life cycle. Collection of logical stages or phases that maps the life of a project from the beginning through the middles until the end, that we define, build and deliver the product. Okay, so project life cycle ni overall. Okay, to help you to relate this, we look at the chapter 1 in your FYP. Okay, so chapter 1, you boleh tulis. Kan you ada Gantt chart dengan Gantt chart dan apa dia punya term project apa activities ke yang you ada fasa-fasa tu. Saya tak ingat pula dia punya term.
Framework.
Project framework. Yes, thank you. Okay, so you have the project framework, and the project framework should tally with your Gantt chart. Okay, so project framework lebih kurang sama dengan project life cycle. In the project framework, kalau you nak tulis at the end, you write report for the system, you write a report, you boleh tulis dekat project framework. Tapi you tak boleh tulis dekat chapter 3, okay, about you write the report untuk chapter 1, 2 and 3. Because chapter 3 is regarding focus on the system development. Kalau system lah, kalau multimedia application pun multimedia application development. Kalau kat situ kalau you nak tulis adalah the manual of the system, boleh. Tapi bukannya you tulis, you write chapter 1, 2 and 3. Ini kat sini. Okay, so in another word, chapter 3 tu yang you buat, it should be subset of chapter 1, the project life cycle or project framework. Okay. So the phases, okay, you boleh tengok nanti from the beginning, middle until the end. The fast tracking, okay, you start the next phase of a project before approval is obtained for the current phase. Pun dia buat can be used to reduce the project schedule. Okay, maksudnya fasa 1 tu tak dapat approval lagi, you dah start fasa 2. Okay, but then it can be risky. Okay, tapi kalau the risk is acceptable, boleh buat lah. Okay, so the generate project life cycle, define project goal, plan, execute, close and evaluate. Okay, ini yang besar dia. Okay, ni dia cerita satu-satu lah, how you can define the project goal, plan, okay, execute, close and evaluate project. Okay, and after that we look at the PM book guide, okay, the project management knowledge area. Okay, project scope, time, cost, quality, resources, communication, risk, procurement, stakeholders and integration. So semua ni kita dah belajar, cuma kita tak belajar mendalam untuk the procurement. Okay, procurement je kita tak masuk secara ni. Yang lain semua kita belajar. Stakeholders, integration, scope, time, cost, quality, okay, project human resource management, communication management, risk management. Okay, so maksudnya kita memang cater all of the knowledge project management knowledge area. Okay, ini saya share okay about the knowledge project management knowledge area. Okay, the process group, okay, project management book of knowledge, the process group macam mana conceptualize, develop, execute, close and evaluate. Sebenarnya mana-mana projek, mana-mana apa kita kata yang berkait dengan the complete cycle-nya, dia mesti tak lari jauh daripada SDLC, phases in waterfall, dia mesti lebih kurang sama je. Cuma kadang-kadang tu they are using different terms. Okay, tapi dia punya idea-nya mesti, the first one you mesti plan and analyze. Second one you design and develop. The third one execute. The fourth one evaluate. The fifth one improvement. Pun ada yang buat macam tu, ada yang tak masuk bahagian improvement, tapi konsep dia mesti sama. Okay. So sekarang you dah send 5, okay, and part 5, so semasa part 6, you should be able to, you belajar subjek apa pun, you should be able to grab the idea tu. Okay, and the most important thing, whatever subjek yang you belajar, you kena faham dan apa dia punya term macam acknowledge, macam appreciate apa yang you belajar tu, kat mana nak guna benda tu. Bukannya you belajar tak tahu, tak boleh nak relate dengan environment kat luar. Okay, it's not that you belajar ni untuk you hafal, you belajar you faham and you can acknowledge or appreciate kat mana you boleh guna benda ni. Contoh you belajar HCI, okay, Principle of Interactive Design. You belajar tentang design, macam mana cara nak design, so on and so forth. So bila you buat you punya FYP, sepatutnya the knowledge of HCI tu, ITS 544 tu, you boleh implement dalam you punya apa kita kata, you punya system development. Okay, you belajar interactive multimedia, CSC 413. Okay, siapa-siapa yang buat multimedia application, then you boleh implement knowledge tu kat situ. Okay, so saya tak pergi detail satu-satu ni. Initiate, okay. Dalam tu ada PRINCE, the 7 process. Okay, how we start the project, initiate, direct the project, control stage, manage the product, manage the stage and close the project. Okay. Okay, PRINCE tu datang daripada project in controlled environment. Okay, project in controlled environment. So, okay. Ini macam saya sebut tadi, the system development life cycle. You have the planning, analysis, design, implementation, maintenance and support. Okay. Since saya sentuh tentang ni, saya nak highlight juga ya. Nanti you confirm dengan your supervisor. Ramai student dia guna adapted SDLC, adapted waterfall model. Okay. Tapi tak faham pun apa. Dia guna tu sebab dia tengok senior dia guna. Sebenarnya in waterfall model lebih kurang macam ni lah. Dia ada maintenance and support. Okay. But for your apa kita kata, bila you buat FYP ni CSP 600 and 650, kita tak akan sentuh ini ya, maintenance and support. Dia sampai design development, implementation of development. Okay, sebab itulah kita namakan dia adapted waterfall model. Kita ambil waterfall model tapi kita tak guna semua fasa yang dia ada. Okay, kalau you ada maintenance and support ni maksudnya you develop the system dah siap and then you minta user yang sepatutnya guna the system, guna. Lepas tu you nak kena maintain the system, you nak kena support bila ada problem, you nak kena improve the system. So kalau you buat macam tu, lepas CSP 650 you ada CSP 700 pula. Ini. So that's why bila you guna waterfall model, kita namakan dia adapted waterfall model sebab kita tak ambil this part. Okay, sepatutnya faham dan clear ya benda ni. Sebab ramai saya tengok, tapi bukan you all lah, yang semester-semester sebelum ni lah. Dia guna waterfall model, nama dia adapted waterfall model, tapi dalam model tu masih ada ni. Sedangkan kenapa kita guna term adapted waterfall model tu, kita ubah sikit yang waterfall model yang asal. Betul ke tak betul kalau you ambil masukkan benda ni? Dia jadi betul kalau memang you betul-betul buat this fasa. Dan jadi tak betul kalau fasa ni you tak buat. Tapi dalam you punya metodologi ada. Okay. Okay, SDLC. Okay. Ini seperti yang saya highlight tadi ya. This is your project life cycle and execute the project kat dalam ni, datanglah this one. Okay. So ini adalah kita kata subset of PLC. Okay, SDLC is subset of PLC. So in your case, ini yang you ada dekat chapter 1, ini yang you ada dekat chapter 3. Lebih kurang macam tu lah. Okay. So saya harap semua orang faham, clear, acknowledge, appreciate, tahu nak guna benda ni. Okay. Okay, waterfall model, waterfall model. SDLC, okay, it can be waterfall, the plan driven or agile. Okay, ni waterfall, ni implement maintenance. Ini waterfall model ni dia banyak ni ya, dia banyak apa kita kata? Banyak macam-macam term. Okay, sebab tu bila you ambil, you kena tulis. Macam yang ni dia memang daripada buku ni. So kalau you letak figure waterfall, you kena tulis mana source you. Okay. Setengah tu dia guna term lain ni, planning and analysis, design. Dia tak guna build, dia guna development. Okay, tapi yang saya nak cakapnya, whatever it is, kita tak sampai sini kita tak guna di fasa maintenance ni. Okay, and in your writing, make sure bila you ada figure macam ni semua, you letak dia dalam kotak, letak dalam border, ada border. Okay, tak nampak pelik sangat dia punya ni. Okay, so this is what is agile. Okay, boleh baca balik lah. So, apa yang agile kata? Okay, agile focus on the categories, the customer, the product, project team and performance. Okay, so, dia explain lah what is SP, Extreme Programming, Scrum. Ada lagi Pair Programming, RAD, ada beberapa lagi bawa agile. Okay, this is the Extreme Programming. Okay, Agile and Scrum. Okay, the learning cycle. Understand and frame the problem, plan, act, reflect and learn. So setiap satu ni, there's a lesson learn yang kita perlu ni. So, you all kena sentiasa menggunakan term lesson learn. Okay, contoh, kalau semester lepas you dapat result yang tidak seperti you jangka, okay, apa lesson learn dia? Okay, subjek ni kena macam ni, then you need to study macam ni. Okay, so you reflect balik, reflect and learn, reflect balik apa yang berlaku and how you can, what you can do and how you can do it to improve so that this semester you have much better in term of result contohnya. Okay. Okay, the team learning record. Okay, the fact company has too much inventory, assumption, and efficiency problem, question to be answered. Okay, why are inventory levels so high? So, you sepatutnya lah, you dah part 5, part 6 ni, you punya level of thinking, you punya critical thinking, you punya how you view something, it should be different compared to masa you part 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Sebab tu saya, cuma ni semester ni kita ODL kan. Saya bila saya mengajar part 5 and part 6, saya memang akan sangat strict. Okay, cuma bila ODL ni tak boleh nak strict sangat. Saya memang akan sangat strict sebab saya nak train you all bila you pergi practical, you kerja nanti, it's totally different environment. Sebab tu, kalau biasanya, kalau saya mengajar part 5 and part 6, bila saya ada assignment, saya akan tentukan the team members. Because saya punya argument adalah bila you pergi practical atau bila you kerja, you cannot select your team members. You will be assigned. Okay. So part 1, part 2, 3, 4 tak apa, you boleh select your team members. Bila naik part 5, tak boleh dah. So kalau you tanya mana-mana senior yang saya ajar FYP dulu, memang saya memang strict. Masa mengajar masa ni memang saya strict. Kat luar saya okey je. Okay. Example of action plan. Okay. Who. Okay. What. When. So all the 5 W and 1 H tu sepatutnya sentiasa ada dalam you punya mind. Okay. Ada apa nama. Cycle learning over the project life cycle. Okay, boleh tengoklah yang ni. Okay, the team learning. Okay, kita tengok depth ke breadth. Kita tengok dia, kita belajar tu secara tahu konsep semua ataupun tahu 1-2 tapi in detail. Okay. Habis for chapter 2.